A very warm welcome to everyone. I hope you all are doing good. Today, I am here to explain you a few things about a very popular exam, that is TISSNET. But before starting, I would like to clear a problem that most of the students were coming up with. Most of the students had this doubt that does TISS offer an MBA program? Yes, TISS offers an MBA program, but the degree that you get is MA, right? They offer a master's degree instead of a MBA, but that is equivalent to an MBA. It is just that it is named as MA degree. I hope the confusion is clear now. Now I will begin with the video. So here, this is a brief about what the entire paper is all about. See, it is for admissions to masters, be it Masters of Arts, Masters of Science, B.Ed, or any other master's program. Second, it is a computer-based test. Third, it is a objective type paper, right? You will have MCQs in there, right? It has to be held between these are the dates given, right? And then one important point for you guys is that there is no negative marking, right? Next, medium will be English, of course, right? And one thing that you have to keep in mind is that once you have given this TISSNET, right, if you have applied for more than one course, then you need to remember here that the marks of the paper that you've given will be applicable for other courses as well. This is a confusion that most of the students do have, hence I've cleared it here itself. So, medium of TISSNET will be English. Candidates applying for single or multiple programs need to attend only one test and the TISSNET score will be valid for all the programs applied for. I hope it is clear now. Next, there is also an online PI. It is an important step of the entire selection process. Hence, you will have to go through this stage as well. Now, this is the exam pattern. So, can you see the exam pattern? So, in the sections, we have English, we have mathematical and logical reasoning, and the icebreaker here is general awareness. Why is it an icebreaker here? Because it is a section that has a sectional cutoff. You will have 40 questions, mathematical reasoning 30, English 30, and total marks is 100 marks. The entire count of this is 100. One thing that you need to note here is that there is no sectional cutoff in English and mathematical and logical reasoning, but there is a sectional cutoff here. See, 35% is for general and EWS, 30% is for OBC and other categories, right? But there is no sectional cutoff for SCs and STs. This is another point that you guys need to remember, that there is no sectional cutoff for the SCs and SCs in the GK section here. Now, broad coverage, these are the topics that will be covered. You can just have a quick peek of all these topics here. Moving ahead. So, how is TISSNET different from other exams? As I've already said that TISS, that is Tata Institute, it offers an MA degree, which is nothing but this name of MBA degree, but they offer a MA degree, right? That I have already cleared in the beginning. Now, there is no negative marking, guys. So, you can attempt all the questions, right? There is no negative marking. Second, English proficiency is not completely RC based. As we've seen in CAT and many of the other exams wherein we had hell lot of RCs, TISSNET does not contain that number of RCs and it's not a bulky paper at all. Next, has a comprehensive GK section for all those students who have a very good general knowledge. This is the paper that you can easily crack. Let's move ahead. Now, this is section-wise pattern, right? This is the section-wise syllabus and I'll be discussing some tips as well. So, let's just see. The first section is, of course, English proficiency that I'll be talking about. So now here in English proficiency, we have all these topics. First is word choices, sentence corrections, odd one out, analogies, synonyms and antonyms, grammar, verbal reasoning and reading comprehension. Right? In mathematical and logical reasoning, basic arithmetic, basic geometry, basic trigonometry, basic statistics, number series, data interpretation and logical reasoning. General awareness. Now, again, I'll be telling you one thing, that general awareness is a very, very, very vast topic, right? So here we just have a chunk of the major portions that you need to cover for GA. Here, politics, social studies, science and technology, environment, sports, art and culture, and Indian history. This is how you should go about the GA section. Now, let's just talk about the VARC section. So this is the number of questions as per the previous year's papers, right? So fill in the blanks here, preposition based 5, 3 vocab based, right? Here you can see reading comprehensions are for 10 marks only, right? Reading comprehensions are just of 10 marks. One thing that I would like to highlight here is that fill in the blanks, para jumbles, and spot the error type of questions. These are the 3 areas, these are the 4 areas that carry the maximum number of marks. Hence, what you can do is that you can have a revision of all these topics and you can get very good score in this particular section. I hope it is clear now, right? So let's just see a few tips. First thing first is you need to weigh the topics, guys. You need to weigh that out of the entire syllabus, how much weightage does this particular topic contain in my exam, and then revise for it. Second thing, focus on FIBs, that is fill in the blanks, RCs and parajumbles, as I have already told you guys, because they carry the maximum weightage in this particular section. Let's just move on to the next section, that is the maths and the logical reasoning section. So these are the major topics: simple arithmetics, mensuration, height and distance, geometry, profit and loss, probability, number series, alphabet series, right? Average, compound interest, ratio, proportion, logarithm, LCM, HCF, divisibility, data interpretation. Again, let's just see which are the main topics to cover. Simple arithmetics, probability, average, ratio, proportion, data interpretation. These are the topics that you should cover or should try to revise before the exam, because they carry the maximum weightage. Let's just see the strategy tips. Again, you have to revise your tables, squares and cubes by heart, because apparently once you revise, you will be quick with your calculations, and that is what is required in a time-bound exam, right? Next, revise the formula and shortcuts, again, to improve the speed. Next, revise the important concepts. Concept clarity is very important when it comes to mathematics. You cannot leave the concepts behind. DI, variety over repetition. I have always said this thing, that in order to score maximum in data interpretation, you need to focus on variety over repetition, because you never know what kind of question will be asked from you guys. Next, the general knowledge section. Most of the students are afraid of it because management students don't get time to really go for the general knowledge part. So what you need to make sure is that in TISS we have a sectional cutoff when it comes to the general knowledge section. So please make sure that you put some extra focus on this section, right? So what all to cover? Geography, polity, COVID, sports, environment. This is basically designed on the previous year's paper, right? So you can just have a look at it. Again, I'll just try to mark the important topics here. That can give you a hint of what kind of questions will be asked. Geography, 5 marks. Polity, 9 marks. Sports, 4 marks. Awards, 5 marks. Economics, 3 marks. Right? For all those who want to get admission here, they need to clear the sectional cutoff. These topics can help you do that. Let's just move ahead. Now, what should be the strategy? See, the general awareness section, it contains general knowledge as well as current affairs. So one thing that you need to focus on is that you need to have a balance of both these topics, right? So what you can do is, when it comes to general knowledge section, you can divide your time into the static portion and the dynamic portion, and then what you can do is you can choose the topics that you need to study and start revising them. This is what you should do for general awareness section. Here, revise monthly magazines for the current affairs, and current affairs I've already written here. Also give equal focus on static GK and current affairs. Static GK is something that you cannot leave. For example, the concepts of economics, right? The concepts of geography, these are certain things that you cannot leave behind. So these are certain things that will cover the static portion. So try to relate your current affairs to the static in order to answer all these questions. So these are some general tips for you guys for the entire exam, that revise your notes for concepts clarity. Next, don't give up on the GK section, guys. Sectional cutoff. Please do remember that. Focus on your strengths, guys. This is not the right time for you to start anything new. You just need to hone the skills that you already possess, and this is how you can do that. You just need to focus on your strengths. Again, don't start anything new. This is what I tell to everyone in every video. This is my repeated line, that please don't start anything new while you are revising, while you are in the final phase of giving any exam. Try to give at least 2 actual papers so that you get a hint of how the paper will come and what all difficulties will you be facing while giving this exam. That was all for the video. I hope that the video was quite clear for everyone. If you liked it, please do hit the like button, share it amongst your friends, and please make the best use out of it. Please share it amongst your friends. I'll be back with more such content, so please stay tuned.